Hello everyone, this is Andy from the Pig Spot here with the gaming haul for November 2023. Going to start out with some retro stuff here, some PlayStation games that I recently picked up here in town. So first off, we got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. Now, I have Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 on the PlayStation 2. You might be asking yourself, why would you need the PlayStation version? Because it's got slightly different changes. I have messed around with it a little bit. I actually don't have a working PlayStation memory card to really dig into it, but I know that some of the levels are slightly different. It's just a weird thing when it's a weird thing back in the day when publishers would take their main game and put it out on the systems of the time, and then they would take a different studio and kind of downsize it to put it on previous generations. It happened a lot. And with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, it was just, I just remember being weird when I saw it. I was like, why are they doing that? But yeah, I saw it, had to pick it up. I'm hoping I get a working PlayStation memory card to really test it out. All right, next up we got Jet Moto 2, which is it's a racing game where you race on like jet skis that are not jet skis. They more like air skis. They look like motorcycles without wheels, basically. And it was, I think it was made by the same people who made Twisted Metal. I know there was a lot of shared DNA between the two games. Twisted Metal 2, it has in Twisted Metal 2, it has, I think the Holland theme is the music in that is the same as music that's in Jet Moto 2. And there's weird connections between the two games. I can't remember. There's like one of them shares like a level. It's weird. I'd never played any of the Jet Moto games, and I saw this for a cheap price, and it's a pretty good looking case. And I picked it up, and man, games used to control weird. The fucking physics of your little jet ski thing driving around is bizarre. But I don't know. I think it was pretty influential at the time. I remember seeing it a lot on demo discs, hearing people talk about it, but I just never got it really. I never really got into it. But for like $5, I figured, why not? Okay, next up is Duke Nukem Time to Kill, which was also on the cheap. It has a big crack running down the front of the case, which I'm not a big fan of. But other than that, it's in pretty good shape. Got an advertisement for Road Trip in here. It's a game I've been on the lookout for. But this is a game that I played a lot of the first level of because it was on one of the jam-packed discs. I don't know if y'all remember those, where you could just go to Walmart and pay $5 for a demo disc. I just remember being up there, and I just a lot of like Saturday nights. I'm like, what am I gonna play right now? Let me play that Duke Nukem level again. It was a good looking game at the time, but other than that, it's just there's not much to say. It's a third person shooter of that era, and where they really hadn't figured out the controls. I think even back then, I was like, what the fuck am I even doing? But now it's just a fun little curiosity to go back and say, hey, remember that Duke Nukem game that wasn't a first person shooter, and it was weird. Okay, last PlayStation game is another game that I played a lot on a demo disc, and that is Toy Story 2: Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue. It is a neat little 3D platformer like action game. I remember thinking it was really competent for a Disney game at the time. Actually, that's too harsh. They were pretty good at the time, but I don't know. I just kind of saw it. I was like, what? A Toy Story game? PlayStation? What? And it's this cool little, you run around as Buzz shooting a little laser at things, and it's like you're a little toy in a big house, and it's super cool, and it's like, it looks really good for a PlayStation game, I think. I don't know, it was fairly cheap, and I had to pick it up. Okay, now we got the sole PS2 game that I picked up recently, and that is Castlevania Lament of Innocence. It was pretty serendipitous, I guess, to find this game at our local pawn shop, because just this week, YouTube on the television recommended me a long play of this game, and I've always kind of been sort of interested in the PS2 Castlevania games, because I didn't play them at the time. I heard they were not that great, but then as time went on, people were like, they were fine, whatever. And I think this is the one that people were like. I think this is the good one. But yeah, it was like, I don't know, $17. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll give it a try. And yeah, I'm hoping to sit down on the couch one day and give this an honest try. See how it is. I love the Castlevania games. Okay, next up was a game that Kathy wanted to get, and that is Loco Roco on the PSP, and it is still sealed. That brings our PSP sealed game count to 2. Because I have Maverick Hunter X sealed down there, which I'm never going to open because Maverick Hunter X is kind of a remake of Mega Man X and one of my favorite games of all time. If I could have one of my favorite games of all time sealed, I'm going to have it. That's probably as close as I'm ever going to get. But this is still sealed. It was, God, it was like $10 or something like that. But it caught Kathy's eye. I don't think we plan on keeping it sealed whenever she finds time. Crack it up and put it in the PSP and mess around with it. I don't remember people talking about it around the time when it came out. It seems like people like it. Fun little physics-y thing where you're rolling around Loco Roco. I think collecting more, make yourself bigger. The world of Loco Roco. Sure. Seems like fun. All right, now we're going to some recent releases, and we're talking about some Game of the Year material right here. That's Spider-Man 2. I've already played through this game, beat it, got the Platinum Trophy, all that good stuff. What a game. What a game. It's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing Spider-Man. They could do no wrong with that swinging and getting around the city and all the fun movement. It's just amazing. The combat is incredible. They present you with so many options. Like by the end of the game, you're hitting L1 or R1 in the face buttons, just launching just big ass attacks or gadgets or web stuff. It's just a fucking great game, great story. One of my favorite Spider-Man stories I've encountered in a very long time. But yeah, if you haven't played it, play it. Spider-Man 2, awesome. Next up, we got some Switch games. Starting with a game that I'm currently playing through, and that is Legend of Nayuta Boundless Trails. It is a port, an HD port of a PSP game that was not released over here as far as I know. Falcom made, same people make the East series, which I really love, an action RPG in the same vein. I'm having a really good time with it. It's supposed to be connected to the Trails series that Falcom also makes. That's why it's got Boundless Trails as a subtitle. I've only messed around with the Trails games a little bit. I'm having a hard time trying to make the connection. If anybody can tell me in the comments, let me know. But yeah, it's a fun little action RPG. You can tell it's supposed to be a PSP game. It definitely still looks it. They didn't really do anything with character models or background art or anything like that. But it has a charm to it. It kind of reminds me a lot of Ys Origins, which I also played on the Switch, which was originally like a PC game. It just reminds me of like the PlayStation era. Like if this game, like Ys Origins, came out on the PlayStation back in the day in like 1999 or 2000 or something, I would have played it. I'm like, man, this is one of my favorite PlayStation games. But you know, times change, things evolve. So, but I still like this, you know, fun, simple style. I'm having a really good time with it. I'm just about done with it. Hoping to move on to one of the next games on my list here. And yeah, it's a fun little colorful game. All right, you speak about fun little colorful games. Super Mario Brothers Wonder. I did a video of it the day it came out, so you know I have it. But yeah, I got the physical version here. What a delight. Already played through it, already beat it. Haven't seen every level. I knew as soon as I beat it, my interest would drop off and I wouldn't want to go back. And that's kind of what's happening. But I got the special world stuff that I have to do. I've beaten like 3 levels in that world. I need to go back. And I need to go back and try to get all the Wonder Seeds and the alternate exits and all that good stuff. Hopefully I will. I think I will. Because Super Mario Wonder is incredible. It's like the best 2D Mario game since Super Mario World. Sure. My only real big beef with it is that they show a lot of creativity up front, and it kind of just plateaus after that. They don't really mix it up as much as I was hoping they would do. I guess that's an expectation thing on me, but they do. Like in my video, you saw it. The second level, there's like a musical number. Like it's crazy, but yes, what an incredible game, and I'm glad to have it in our collection. Okay, these next 2 are games that Kathy picked out. This one she picked up while she was in Canada recently. That is Omori. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. I haven't messed around with it, but I've seen her mess around with it. It seems like an indie take on like an Earthbound style thing where it seems like they're playing with like oh, it's, it looks like a simple 16-bit-ish game, but there's like more psychedelic stuff going on, maybe some psychological things going on, maybe some scary stuff going on. I'm not sure, but I've seen her play it. It seems weird. I don't know. I hadn't heard of it before she picked it up. She seems to really like it. I don't think she's beaten it yet. Yeah, rated M for mature. With graphics like that, there's probably some kind of fucked up shit going on. Probably. All right, next up is something she picked up, and it's Harvestella. It's got the new sticker from GameStop, even though it is not fucking new, because they like to lie at GameStop. Yeah, I'm surprised she picked it up. She's been going on different like subreddits and forums and stuff, and just trying to find games that she might like here lately. And I guess Harvestella came up. I remember when Harvestella came out, I downloaded the demo, and I'm like, I don't like this at all. And I told her about it, and she was like, okay. And I think she just forgot that conversation, or she didn't really care, and she wants to try it out herself, which is, I just didn't like the demo that much. I thought it was kind of boring. Like, I like farming games just fine. It's just when they try to incorporate combat and stuff like that, and the combat's like stiff and not fun, like that's kind of what this was for me in the demo. Like I said, I haven't given it a shot. She hasn't given it a shot yet. It's still got this little seal because it's new. It's new. Fuck you, GameStop. Anyway, yeah, Harvestella. That one, who knows? Maybe she'll fall in love with it. Okay, last game is kind of a game I bought, the day one edition of kind of sight on seeing. I'd done a little bit of research in it, and that is Silent Hope. I believe it is a dungeon crawler action RPG, because that's what it says on the back of the box. I did watch a couple of videos of it. It seemed like right up my alley. And the day one edition was not expensive at all. It came with a few things here. I can open it up. You got the game, which I'm hoping to start this week. Got the soundtrack on CD. Who remember these? Like, yeah, CDs. And it's got a big fat art book, which is cool. If I can get it out. Yeah, nice little art book. And it talks about the different characters you play as. I believe there's like 7, where you're trying to go into a dungeon to rescue a princess, because everyone's voices have been stolen, I think. But yeah, one of the things that really caught my eye was the artwork on this day one edition. I really like it. All the different colors. I'm a big color guy. The artwork on the regular game wouldn't have caught my attention as much as this, just because I just like that. It's on the back though, but I haven't given it a shot yet. Like I said, I'm hoping to give it a shot soon. With Christmas coming up, the amount of games that I will be picking up is going to drop to basically 0 between now and Christmas, because I gotta buy Christmas presents. But yeah, that's the gaming haul for the past couple months here. What else can I say? I love games. Give me all the games right now, please.